Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here today to talk to you about Marvelous MedExpress Pediatric Clinic. So who am I? My name is Lauren Pecoraro, and I have been a co-founder of the company for the past 5 years. We first launched in 2018. The goal of our company is, since we are a pediatric clinic, we are there to treat individuals under the age of 18. So when you go to a lot of normal walk-in clinics, they don't really like to treat infants. They like to stay away from it. So we're really there to make sure that this demographic is being treated properly and efficiency. I'm here today to talk to you guys, our board of directors, to let you guys know another place rather than Boca Raton that we should expand to. So the place that I believe is best for expansion is Laredo, Texas. And I believe this because of not only their demographics, but the cost of living, and as well the corporate income tax. So first, I'm going to be talking about the demographics. The demographics for individuals under the age of 18 is significantly higher in Laredo, Texas versus Boca Raton. So in Boca Raton, only 17.8% of the population are under the age of 18, while in Laredo, it's about 32.6%. And out of all the cities in the entire United States, Laredo is actually the most populated city with individuals under the age of 18. So as a pediatric clinic, it's obviously great for us to follow a demographic that goes great with our company. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is the cost of living in both places. So as you all know, the cost of living in Boca Raton is quite expensive, and in Texas, Laredo especially, it's a lot lower. So the US average with the cost of living index stands at 100. While in Boca Raton, that lies at 104.6. So they are over the average, showing it's obviously more expensive to live here than most places. And in Laredo, Texas, they stand at 82.6, which is obviously showing it's much cheaper to live there than average places. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is the corporate income tax in both places. So in Texas, there actually is no corporate income tax, which means that the profits of our corporation will not be taxed, which is obviously great. While in Florida, they have a 5.5% income tax. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the risks. All these factors are obviously showing why it is great to be going to Texas, but we have to obviously look at it realistically because there could be some issues along the way. So right now, although Laredo has all these population of individuals under the age of 18, obviously people grow up, so it may not always be that way. People could either move, or we just don't know and can't predict the future of the population. But the goal is for right now for a company that it's great there, so we want to stay there. For the cost of living as well, right now Laredo is currently under the average, but the economy is always changing and inflation is always happening, so it could as well increase there. As for the corporate income tax, like I said, the economy is also always changing. So right now there isn't one, but tax regulations and rules are always changing. So eventually there could be one. It's just important to take into account all of these considerations and make sure that if anything were to happen, you would have a solution for them to attack these risks. So the first solution for the demographics would be staying on top of the women and birth rates each year to see what our predicted population would be in the future. As for the cost of living, we could create a living wage policy for our corporation, so that if everything was to increase, we would make sure that our employees are taken care of and everyone would be living comfortably. As for the corporate income tax, if that were to become an issue, then what we could do is, if they did enforce one, we would meet with a tax expert or a consultant to get professional advice to see what they would advise us to do, which would benefit our company the most. So overall, I think that Marvelous MedExpress Pediatric Walk-in Clinic should expand to Laredo, Texas. And the reason I think this is because of the demographics, the cost of living, and as well, the corporate income tax. So if we were to expand there, the first thing that I would do is come up with a thorough business plan to really look at our objectives, our target clientele, our staffing needs, and all of that stuff, our projected financials, to make sure that our company could run efficiently there. And finally, once we got to Laredo, we would obviously obtain a good location there, and then we would create a marketing strategy to ensure that once we get there, we're really showing our new community who we are and what we are there for. And these are my references.
Okay. 2 questions, please.
What did you say the average rent in Laredo was?
The rent I didn't look up, but their cost of living index is 82.6. Well, the average stands at 100, so versus Boca Raton, they're at 104, so it's obviously a lot better to be under the average.
Do people over 18 go there too?
No, we're for a specific demographic.
Okay, time is 6:50. Thank you.